Based on the nature of the failure that we saw at the west abutment and the results of the monitoring at the east abutment, the northbound lanes of Highway 97 has also been closed as a precautionary measure. Support of the bridge remains in place, and there remains no concern about the overall structural failure of the bridge itself. The shoring system will be installed to provide additional safety measures as a precautionary measure. Once the shoring is in place, Highway 97 traffic will be restored, and assessment and remedial work will be ongoing as the cause of the facing failure is investigated and repair design is undertaken.
What's your best guess as to all of this repair work is going to be done?
Sorry, as to how?
It was to when it's going to be done.
Well, it's early to assess. I mean, we want to go through a logical process of determining exactly what's happened here. But I would say that the overall repair of the structure is probably in the range of weeks.
Do you have a cost estimate?
I have no cost estimate at this point in time. Too early to estimate that. The general contractor, Ledcor, is leading the repairs, and so they'll be getting the shoring in place as a first step while we continue to investigate what we think has happened and come up with repair schemes. Is
Ledcor responsible for paying for it all?
Ledcor is responsible for the costs of the wall repairs that are their responsibility. The wall is still under warranty to them.
Okay. Do we know yet what caused it to go?
We don't know what caused it to go. It's too early to say yet. As I mentioned earlier, what we did see is that it's the facing panels of the system that have come loose from the attachments of the reinforcing in the backfill, and that's what we've observed. What's caused that to happen is too early to say.
Have you ever seen anything like this in any other highway project in BC, or is this kind of unique?
This is a very unique situation. This is the kind of wall system that is readily used around BC for this type of construction around North America, around the world. The wall system is called a mechanically stabilized earth wall. The design and construction of these kind of walls is well understood. It's documented in codes. So this is something very unique. We've got lots of these kind of structures, and I've never seen anything quite like this in all my years.
What are the possibilities of the reason behind the failure? Could it be the weather? Could it be that last week's a small tremor? What?
Well, I don't want to speculate, but I also don't want to overlook anything. So we plan to take an engineering approach, a step-by-step approach to determine what could happen. We need to review the design aspects of the wall, the construction aspects, the material that's been used to construct the wall. All that needs to be assessed in a proper engineering manner, and that's what we're going to do.
What do you say to the public who may have questions about the integrity of the entire project?
The support for the structure remains intact. What we've seen is a failure of the facing components of the wall. The support for the bridge itself remains in place, and there's no concern about the overall structural failure of the bridge itself.
What did investigators find out about the other side, the retaining wall on the other side? Has that been looked at?
We put in place a monitoring process to see if there's any movement occurring. There has been some slight movement in that other abutment, and as a precaution we're putting in place some shoring on both sides, and we've removed all the traffic from under the structure, simply as a precautionary measure.
Is there any chance that that lane will be opened before the other one?
The shoring installation, I think the priority will be to try to get the northbound traffic installed first. There may be an opportunity to mobilize more crews to work on both sides, but I think the priority will be trying to restore the northbound traffic first.
So commuters are going to face difficulties for weeks more?
No, once the intent of the shoring, which should be installed more like in days, would then to allow us to restore the traffic to Highway 97. The weeks is the time frame for restoring traffic on top of the bridge structure itself. Sorry to...
All right, what about the southbound traffic and the shoring? How long is that going to take?
It's anticipated that the installation of the shoring should be done in days. The shoring, we anticipate it arriving tomorrow. They're going to have crews starting to do the installation, and it's probably 1 or 2 days worth of work to do that.
All right, so the northbound lane is going to be priority, followed by the southbound lane, if I understand you right?
Correct, yeah.
And you say both shorings can be installed within a matter of days, and traffic could be flowing again in a matter of days?
Traffic could be flowing in a matter of days on Highway 97 itself.
In both directions?
In both directions.